Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Back on. I'll make sure I double check when I get off here that I deleted that. Ladies and gentlemen, my dog's so funny watching me. He just sits here and watches me. Oh, thank you, Zionic. Probably has to do with the amount of diarrhea that I had yesterday. Nate, it's all good, brother. It's all good. It's a silly thing. But actually, when I got home, a bunch of people warned me about that. Doing this, I think the main thing that you definitely cannot do is advertise for peptides. That's Trigilli got blasted for that. I heard Missy Trescott got blasted for that. Don't want it to happen. It's all good, guys. It's all good. So anyway, no sources, no names. There you go. So not worth it. Speaking of them, though, I'm rounding out the end of my my experiment. And then the next step will be, for the new year, I'll do my next experiment with the SLU. So guys, yesterday I had a major stomach thing going on. I mean, not the worst thing I've ever had, but man, was I on the toilet a lot. So I just tried to chug as much water as I could yesterday. This morning, I had a liter when I woke up. I felt very dried out. My body felt dried out. So with my pre-workout, I had a Pedialyte Advanced Care. And this is what I did this morning, guys. I had a liter of water. Then with my pre-workout, which is another 16 ounces of fluid, had my Hyper loaded, my Dust X, but I put a Pedialyte Advanced Care and a Prime. So we're getting all kinds of action going on. And I put a quarter of a teaspoon of salt in there. And I still feel very dried out. So what I think I'm going to do is go and get an IV later. Haven't had a nice bag of fluid in a while. I think that will make me feel a lot better. But honestly, feel better than I did yesterday, guys. So thank you. Just, man, I was in the bathroom a lot. Whew. Billy Guns is here. William McGillney. I like Billy Guns. I know him as Billy Guns. What's up, man? Good to see you in here. Pay me for a haircut. What's wrong with my hair? I still have all my hair. I still have all my hair. Some of it's turning gray now. At least I still have it, right? Muscle Radar. Hey, BJ, hope you're good. Could I grab an email to send something your way? Yes, Muscle Radar. Send it to PJ Braun Fitness. PJ Braun FITNESS at yahoo.com. But thank you, Mark Dog. I am feeling better. I wanted to get you to try the. Well, if you were Zionic, would you do the SLU, or would you do the RET first? Because I want to do them one at a time. Bolshoi, shalom, shalom, shalom. Play Killing for Sport by Esophagus. Ah, Slovenia. Ah, Slovenia. Good morning. Shalom. Welcome, everyone. What do you got for me today, Bolshoi Kush? Okay. So as far as here's the way I'll give you guys the breakdown of the 5 amino. So 30 days, 100 micrograms, right? So probably should not have. I probably shouldn't have started at Thanksgiving time, guys. The first week I ate a lot of bad shit. I didn't change the dose. I stayed the same the whole time. I'm almost done with it. So my starting weight was 236. Now, I had been as low one day as 232.7, right? But my starting weight was 236. I've been getting a little lax with the diet. That Thanksgiving week was a shit show. So actually, after the first 7 days, I was actually 2 pounds heavier. Not a good start, although maybe I would have been worse off than that. So this morning, I was 230.4. So you figure I've basically lost 6 pounds in just under 30 days, and we're coming up on the 30 days soon. So you figure 6 pounds with same workout routine, same cardio regime, you know, the same testosterone. Nothing else has changed. The one thing that I would say is the first week I ate very bad. A lot worse than normal. So I guess not too bad. So now, you always have to factor in these variables when you're doing things. When I was training for shows, there were no other variables really, you know, because I was so regimented with what I was doing. So now the next thing I start will probably be, you know, I'll probably cruise through next week, and I'll do a little break week, and I'll start my next project. And you know, holiday time is just tricky. So the key when you're doing these things is the dieting. If you really want to know how well something is working for you, you've got to be meticulous with your diet. What's going on in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, thank you, K-pop channel. I appreciate that. I do like to sing. In case the feds will try to put you in jail, do you consider Israel as your escape country? You know all Jewish traditions, celebrations, and words. You can work as a rabbi there. You know what? That is a very good idea. There are some, Bolshoi, there are some very attractive women in Israel. Very, very, very attractive women in Israel. It doesn't really, I guess, do anything for me now that I'm married. But in the event that she doesn't want to come with me, Gal Gadot is from Israel, Wonder Woman, right? So there's that. What is going on in the chat? Jason, we just answer whatever comes in. Culture Club, Karma Chameleon, or Dead or Alive. You spin me round, round. Come a chameleon is my choice for that one. Breakfast Club 1985 or Fast Times at Richmond Highs. Man, when I was a kid, I watched Breakfast Club so many times. That was one of the movies that I watched so many times as a kid with my little sister. That and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, little Charlie action, and A Bronx Tale. She loved A Bronx Tale. Those movies were always on. Everybody getting that glagalo for Christmas. Good morning, Luke. Good morning, guys. 13, welcome, welcome. That's young for the chat. Yesterday I fucked up my knee hitting a rock in the ocean. Listen, you've been having a rough time with the ocean, Bolshoi. Took vitamins, did my prayers, walked a lot yesterday on sand, rocks, mountains. Almost no pain. What do you think was the contributing factor here to this recovery time? Do you think it was the prayers? Good morning. Thank you, Edmund. I don't know how much more focus I really need with insulin sensitivity because I take glycolog with every meal, you know? So sure, I could focus more on that. If I could focus on a different pathway, I think that would be more beneficial for me. I'm not sold on anything else that I've seen the way I am on glycolog. And there's so much data on super berberine now anyway. Our formula is just so good. So with me, I fast until 3 p.m. and then all my meals after that I take with glycolog. So if it's just an insulin sensitivity focus first, I'm not as interested. I want stuff that targets adipose tissue specifically. Can you sing Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me? Don't you forget about me. Don't. Oh, Natalie Portman. You know, I love Natalie Portman, but there's one person that really loves Natalie Portman. I don't know if anybody here can remember who really loves Natalie Portman over the years in the Blackstone Circle. We used to always watch Over the Top with Sly as a kid in my house. I thought I was going to be a badass arm wrestler. Over the Top's a classic too. There were some characters in that movie. Rosie, hello. Bolshoi Kush, I see some sarcasm there, my friend. Down rabbit hole watching old videos. You and Aaron late night with Libra mask on. So that girl was like one of the first girls whose heart I ever broke, actually. Holy cow, God bless her. Nicole, she's happily married now with kids. That was when I was all about trying to live the lifestyle. I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder. But we were also drinking Jägermeister and doing other things we should have been doing that night. That's an old one, man. I didn't even know that video was still around. Good man, Nathan. You've been going hard with it. Oh, thank you, Edmund. Hey, shout out to Garage Gym Homie, man. If you guys don't know who he is, you check out his page. He's got a really, really great page. He's another one that's done some time. You got to shout out to the guys that have had to do that prison time. I'll give it a try, Zionic. It's on my list. Let's see, Bolshoi. I think would help me recover my back and knee. Lots of blood flow because of walking. Okay, listen. I'm happy that you're okay, my friend. Happy that you're okay. Supplement advices for a marathon, half marathon runner. Oh, where's Melanie? We have a actual marathon runner that comes in here typically. She actually told me that when she does marathons, she chews Pepto-Bismol tablets so you don't have to explosively shit while you're running. But I'll tell you, one of the things that is very beneficial for distance running, the ability to go at a very long period of time like that, is fast digesting carbohydrates. So I know a lot of guys, they run and they eat cookies and bullshit, or they use glucose gels. But just having that extra fuel to burn while you run. But I would think that the wear and tear of the running, I think it would be very important to take fish oils and turmeric for inflammation of the joints. So these are great things that everybody can take, and they're really underrated, in my opinion, especially turmeric. I think fish oil gets a lot of love for the heart health benefits, the potential heart health benefits, but they actually have great anti-inflammatory benefits as well. So that combination with turmeric, you hear a lot about for years glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, but getting the inflammation out is key, and that's why I really like the turmeric as well. So I think that would be very beneficial for you. Probably not a bad idea to sip on BCAAs and aminos while you're running. Luke says, talking SOU, I feel strong as fuck, feel amazing through all the day. Dropping body fat, but maintaining some weight. Only negative is I'm never satiated, but I burn through everything. Well, that's a good sign. Listen, I'm never really hungry. That's why I do so well with the intermittent fasting. And I was always, when I was doing shows, the dieting was hard, but off-season having to eat all the food was worse. So sounds to me like I may really like that feeling then. As Speak Zaka says, Free Palestine. So we've got both in here. We have pro-Israel and pro-Palestine in here. You guys can duke it all out. So Luke, you're a fan. Melanie Galvin, whoa. I'm an ultra runner, not a marathons. I'm not fast, but I can last. Honestly, for some reason, that came across very erotic to me. I don't know if I'm the only one in here who's feeling that way. But if you had a business card, I'd buy whatever you were selling. Would you ever do Beauty and Braun again, Wifey and Braun? Probably not, because although I think Marissa is adorable, and I find most other people think she's adorable too, she does not like doing that kind of stuff. And she'll do stuff with me because I make it fun, but she's very private. She just likes to have Instagram, for her family and whatnot. And she has her hair page, which is public. And even on that, I'm like, put more stuff on there. We're very opposite in that sense. So probably not. St. Elmo's Fire or Risky Business? Definitely Risky Business. Risky Business is another one I like a lot. A fountain of information. Thank you. What kind of multi do I take nowadays? I don't. So I did not take a multi for years. Then my partner Jared was like, you guys should have a good multi. I was like, well, can you make it really strong? Which he did. And I took it because we had it. It wasn't very popular, although of course now that they don't have it anymore, people ask about it all the time. So I don't take one. I take a bunch of other things, but I don't take a multivitamin. Listen, most multivitamins have little sprinkles of all these different things in them. So I think a lot of that goes to waste. If you're a regular person and you don't eat shit all day, then sure, maybe that might help you. But there are specific things that you need in specific dosages. D3, fish oils. I take a trace mineral product. My wife, I have her taking selenium. There's all these things that you need higher doses of than what's going to be in the multi. Now, that being said, I always took, Dave Palumbo got me on Juiced Up products, the Juice Plus products, and we came out with our own product, Juiced Up. I had a similar one with my old company, Prime Nutrition, called Phytoform. Fruits and greens. Top 3 most famous Italian Americans. I would say most famous Italian Americans. I would say John Gotti, right? Gotta be John Gotti. Who doesn't know who John Gotti is? Right? Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, you got to think Hollywood, right? Because Hollywood, these are the big stars. So, I mean, everybody knows who John Gotti is, though, right? I mean, Al Capone, right? Molshoy Kush, are we talking currently? Are we talking all time? Nathan says, I did my first triathlon completely fasted, and boy did I have a tummy ache afterwards. What? That's crazy. God damn. What do I plan to eat on New Year's Eve? You know what's funny that you asked that, Bolshoi. Bolshoi, me and you must be connected some way spiritually. Because last night, when we were walking the dogs, Marissa was like, what do you want to do for New Year's? And I'm like, I don't know. It's like, we're not going to go anywhere, you know? And she was like, maybe we should just make something really, really, really good for dinner. And I said, I'm down for that. So I got to figure it out, I suppose. Luke says, I was fast as well, but it makes you feel like nothing sits in your stomach. It just feels like I can't eat enough. Very interesting. I enjoy hearing the feedback. You know, it's funny, when I talked about the 5-amino-1-MQ on the podcast with Beatty, he had never heard of it. I had just started hearing of it. And then next thing you knew, all these people started reaching out to us that were taking it. And the majority of them were like, stack it with the SLU. So, you know, there's people out there that are figuring these things out, and they're just quiet about it. Have I seen the movie with Arnold? I have seen the trailer for it, yes. It looks horrible. I did watch Red 1 the other day with The Rock and the State Farm insurance guy. It was surprisingly pretty good, actually. Tom, good morning. I trained shoulders today, my friend. Get those chicken breasts ready. You know what I did yesterday is I made some cutlets. I took some chicken breasts. I took the old mallet out. Bam, 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 bam. I flattened them out real thin. You get them in the egg wash first. Get them in the Italian seasoning breadcrumbs. And then you fry that shit up. Yummy, yummy. That's a fun way to eat your off-season chicken. Sylvester, what up, Castillos? So, honestly, Luke, I mean, it really depends on how much food you're eating. My fast answer to that, Luke, is no. Because why wouldn't you want to optimize what the nutrition is doing? That being said, glycolog hits certain people very hard, right? So if you've got something else that also works as a nutrient partitioner, making it even more dramatic, this could be an issue. Me, right? I have to have at least 50 grams of carbs if I take 3 glycolog. I have to. If it's not 50, if it's 40, I only do 2. Because it hits me so hard that my blood sugar crashes. That being said, if I'm having a fucking, entire pizza on a Saturday, I might hit 3 before and 3 after because I consumed so much food over a period of, when you eat a pizza, you don't just eat it in 2 minutes, you know what I mean? It's like, I'll have another slice. So, we really got to look at the breakdown of what you're doing. You might have to just alter the dosing of it. Why do you think many people against men paying for sex, went on a date, wasted 4 hours with stupid bullshit, and till the end, I don't kiss the first date? So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really talk about this much, but I've done it before. And it's honestly great. There's no shame in it for that exact reason. There was a point in my life where I was not interested in going on dates and going through all that. I wanted one specific thing. And I did it, and it was great. Thoughts on Lee Priest? One of the greatest bodybuilders ever. He's very outspoken, which I respect. I wish that I could tell you on a personal level. I've never really got to hang out with him, but he's, to me, he's an icon. I know a lot of people think that he's wacky or crazy, whatever, but it seems to me he's pretty authentic. So Titus or Kamali. So personally wasn't a fan of either of their physiques. I wasn't a fan of either of their physiques, but I definitely respected the hell out of some of the condition that Kamali brought. Was nasty. Nasty. Like when I was a kid coming up, I really didn't like Craig Titus's physique. It was balanced. I hated his chest. Like he had like no like lower chest, which is like the opposite of everybody else in the world. It was strange to me. Good bodybuilders, you know? And, you know, Kamali was a little bit just more blocky. But, man, Kamali had some serious condition at a couple of the shows, man. Respect for that. Also, Kamali put on some pretty funky posing routines. I hear it, Nathan. That sounds pretty good. You know the ribeyes are always good. Bolshoi says, Lee is a coward. Tell us why. I want to hear it. Good morning, Vietnam. Hey, Justin says Red One was surprisingly fun. So Marissa was like, can we watch a Christmas movie? My first response was absolutely not. She loves Christmas movies. The worst ones. Like the Netflix Lindsay Lohan one, so bad. So bad, I was telling her, if I didn't go to prison already and been through the worst of it, I would commit suicide having to watch these movies. All right, maybe not that extreme, but I was like, fine. We can watch this Christmas movie, Red One. And it was surprisingly good. It was. Also, Justin, was that really Santa's body? The farmer's insurance guy. We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. That played Santa in that movie. Was that his real physique? Because when I saw Santa working out, I said, hold on a minute. That guy is jacked in real life? What's going on here? My son loved Garcia. Yes, Garcia the Big Bear. It was pretty good. Can you name the latest Rock movies that you rewatched once again? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All of his movies are a one-time watch, with exception to cameos in Fast and Furious, because I've seen the Fast and Furious movies so many times. In prison, those movies were on quite a bit on the movie TV. A lot of people like the Betaine HCI. You know, I don't really have... I take a product called Super Enzymes for digestion. I've taken it for years by Now Nutrition. It's a great product. That's a very good company. And if I'm pigging out, I take some activated charcoal. But much like Justin O'Donnell, new IFBB Pro bodybuilder, aka The Thing, looks like The Thing, he says Glycolog is his most important supplement. So I have been saying this since its inception. Before we're even selling it, I said, or I'm not selling it, I'm not a part of Blackstone, but you cannot get more benefit out of anything than Glycolog. Listen, guys, I talk to people every day that are taking metformin for the benefits, and you don't even need to do that if you take Glycolog. You know, you really can replace that medicine with the Glycolog. Now, I also have dealt with type 2 diabetics that were very unhealthy and didn't want to be healthy, and told me that they actually lowered their insulin dosage and their metformin dosage because of glycog. It's that damn good. Did you ever have any run-ins with Jason's mom, Jane? Of course, tons of run-ins with Jane. She's why I'm not allowed to do any videos anymore with Jane. Let's see, Red Wine or Billy Joel, Just the Way You Are. So, although those are very good songs, Red Wine, such a feel-good song. Come on, I don't care who you are, where you are, how old you are. If that song comes on, you get in a good mood. Have I ever thought about going on a desert island or woods by myself to recharge energy and to escape all the noise around you? So, no, mostly because I went to prison and I did that there. So I think I got enough of that already. I feel really recharged being back here now. Now, what I would like to do, guys, in the right time, in the right setting, Costa Rica, Brazil, whatever, I wouldn't mind going through the ayahuasca experience and seeing how that all comes to be. I just got a CGM, but I was curious about all of this and seeing how it was affecting my glucose, taking all together. I wasn't spiking above 90. Okay, that's good. So 1900 kcals a day. How much do you weigh, Luke? New York Pro 2026, I think, would be a great idea, Justin. Get up there with the Connecticut family. If you still have a bunch of people up there, they can come see you in real life. That's a great show to make a name for yourself at. You know, that's why I wanted Keon to do that show. Danny Padilla or David Henry, completely different generations. Obviously, Danny Padilla gets the credit as the original giant killer. Now, if you really downsize these guys, aesthetically, Danny Padilla is more aesthetically pleasing. However, David Henry, an absolute freak. So I'm going David Henry on that one overall. Kamali got those partials, baby. 1.5 milligrams a day with the SLU. Okay. How long you been on it, Zionic? What happened with Nick Walker and Guy No More Mutant in the Mouth? I don't know anything about it. Guy has been very quiet with me lately. We get like that sometimes. We won't talk for a few weeks and then we'll start talking again. So the last time Guy and I spoke, you think it was a deep fake? Man, listen, Justin, if that was real, I was like, holy crap, that guy's jacked? I had no idea. It's so incredible with what they can do with AI now, so I was really interested in that. Probably a deep fake, though. The last time Guy and I spoke was over something stupid that we saw on Instagram. It was one of those comment pages where they take all the comments and turn them into a song. I think those are so funny. Jingle All the Way is an absolute piece of shit, but somehow I ended up watching it every year. No, I'm not doing it again. Once is enough. I can't do any more than that. Muscle Man, Iron Man. Where are you checking in from? Home Alone 1 and 2 are the best Christmas films. Yes, I forgot about those, actually. Listen, there are some good Christmas-themed horror movies that I can watch. Oh, Bolshoi. See, I don't know any of that. Rundown? It was okay. I will forever have Jay Cutler and Phil Heath as my favorite pros I met. They spent so much time with me just talking Jordans and music with me at the Expos. Wasn't the typical take a pick and beat it, bud. So both of those guys were very damn good ambassadors for the sport. For me, I always say Jay is the best of the best. So glad that you had good experiences with those guys. Have I thought about plastic surgery in the future when I get old? Well, you know, I've already done some Botox. So yeah, you know. Metformin made my stomach gut so watery. Listen, guys, I'm sensitive to supplements anyway. You guys have heard me talk about this over the years. I'll take something, and if there's a side effect, I'll tell you about it, right? I tried to take metformin. I tried for a week because everyone was like, it goes away, it goes away. I was only doing 500 milligrams of metformin, right? I was exploding out my ass to the point where I had to lay in bed. And I really wanted to use it because I watched Joe Rogan had Dr. Rhonda Patrick on, and they were talking about it, and I was like, man, they're really selling it to me here. And I tried to tough it out. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. So if you read what Justin O'Donnell is saying here, metformin made my stomach get gut so watery. Glycolog is 1:1, comparable in research settings to metformin without the gastric distress. There you go, guys. There you go. So, listen, guys. I have taken 1,800 milligrams of super berberine throughout a period of like 8 hours. On a crazy ass cheat day. And it's just fantastic. Now, you don't need that much, by the way. So that's literally taking Glycolog 6 times, you know what I mean? So you don't need that much, but it's just an outstanding product. I wrote about it in prison. I wrote an article in prison. What I missed the most: testosterone, growth hormone, some whey protein. Glycolog was number 4. Some whey protein just because it was impossible to get the damn protein in there. Do I plan to give my son a typical Italian name? So, it's a very Italian name, but not so typical. I've heard the ayahuasca can make you freak out. Palumbo said he was crying and shitting at the same time. Would have been cool if Nick the Mutant went to you as his personal coach after leaving Matt. You guys could have killed together. I agree. In fact, I think I could do phenomenal with most of these guys, but I have always worked with the underdog or lower level type guys and made them very good before these things. But I really specialized in women when I was a coach. I didn't coach a lot of men. Any of the men I coached did great. But I do agree there. I don't advertise myself as a coach, though. That's the thing. At least I haven't in years. So, Luke, you might be under eating with all the supplements then. What happened to Kenny Jones, the guy who competed at NPC Masters? I don't know. He was crazy. Bolshoi. He was nuts. Scallywag says, don't have no respect for anyone who does steroids. Anyone can do steroids. Well, I suppose that is true. You're a matter of, you have a right to your own opinion. Anyone, I suppose, could do steroids. Bolshoi. Try gaining and accomplishing without the juice. So, Scallywag, I'm not going to get too much into entertaining this, but I trained for 10 years drug-free, without steroids. And I competed as a powerlifter, drug-free, without steroids. I was a teenage 198-pound AAU United States champion in the 198-pound division. So what that means is drug-free. I was literally the best powerlifter in that weight class in the entire country. Just saying. Then I trained for my very first bodybuilding show. Trained all the way down. Got in damn good shape. And I said, okay, I'm ready to take it to the next level. I want to become a professional. And after my 22nd birthday, I got on my first cycle. And the rest is history. I had a pretty solid career. I traveled around the world. I made literally millions of dollars. I started a company that became Inc. 500 company, 27th fastest United States. I married a WWE wrestler, divorced a WWE wrestler, went to prison, and now I'm back here answering your questions. So, try getting and accomplishing without the juice. I don't know what you want from me. I saw a guy backstage at Nationals. He did a double take, walked over to me, lowered his voice and said, "You look ridiculous." That's awesome. Hey, listen. He was right, Justin. Also, can I take a moment? Did I not just drop the mic right there? If I had a mic, did I not just right there on Scallywag? I know I did. Am I 100% Italian? No. According to Ancestry, I'm 58% Italian, which is weird. I'm slowing it down, guys. I'm at 47 minutes. So we're going to call it a day. Do you think the Queen's body during the shame scene in Game of Thrones was real? No. No way. No way. What do you think? Yesterday saw a guy live Instagram for the first time. He was cleaning his room and house for 50 minutes. Also saw his balls through his shorts when cameras on the floor. Amazing. Sounds about right. No one mentions Jay in their top favorite bodybuilder. It's so weird because Jay was so good. Oh, hell yeah, Justin. That makes me very happy. Good. How much money do I think Palumbo is worth? Listen, Dave Palumbo has the combination of Italian and Jew genetics. So he's a super Jew is what that means. So if there's anybody that's going to have some money stashed away, it's him. Very good, very good. I'm gonna dabble with Humalog and arms back day. Oh, you haven't done it yet, Justin. I love, I love me some fast-acting insulin. If I'm gonna be a little bit of a redneck for a minute, I used Novolog, very similar, both very fast-acting. Love me some insulin training. Bolshoi, this was when Dave Palumbo went to, I think, Brazil to be with the shaman and do the ayahuasca for the first time. This was years ago. Cardio Q&A, Sen. If you make it once again with the millions, how do you spend your money? On my wife and my child. Zionic dihydroberberine is just another way of saying super berberine, which is berberine with cyclodextrin, which is what we have in the glycolog. You wouldn't want to use regular berberine is not as good as super berberine, but the dihydroberberine is just a fancier name for it. Rest in peace, Scallywag. If you're ever in Brooklyn, New York, would be an honor to give you a fresh fade, even though your wife cut your hair. Hey, listen, Edmund, I'd love to come and get a fresh fade. I haven't been up there in a long time. Once I'm allowed to travel a little more again, I will absolutely love to take you up on that if you remember. Big shout out to Brooklyn. Spent a lot of time in the Bronx, actually, growing up. Not Brooklyn. I dated a girl from the Bronx for years. Queen, Don't Stop Me Now, or Elton John, I'm Still Standing. Ooh. You know, I'm Still Standing is pretty good. I think I got to go with I'm Still Standing on that one as far as Elton John goes. Although, I think my favorite, I like me some old school Tiny Dancer if I'm singing Elton John. Are all of your grandparents from Italy? No. My great-grandparents are from Italy. I don't know about Marissa's side. Marissa's full-blown Italian, so. Did you give your blood to find out your genes and race? Yes, I did. I was curious. There was nothing very exciting in there. I didn't have any African. I was pissed off. My mom has 11% African genetics. I have none. How did I not get any of that from my mom? So pissed off. I was so pissed off. So I couldn't go marching BLM marches or anything, but I had like 2% Mesopotamian. I had German. My next highest was German, was like 27%. And my next after that was Irish. So I guess I'm mostly Italian, about a quarter German, and then a little bit of Irish, and then some random ass Mesopotamian and a couple other weird things. And they're Syrian, I think I had actually. 88% Irish, a strong Irish genetics, Justin. I can see that. Thank you, Edmund. It's not coming along as fast as I would have liked it to. I guess I'm just not as popular as I used to be. Probably from all them steroids, but I'm still going to do it every day. Do I plan on doing a live stream at George Floyd's anniversary? When is George Floyd's anniversary? Bolshoi Kush. Oh my God, George Floyd got me in a lot of crap back then, didn't it? No, I don't think so, because he's Ashkenazi and has the German blood in him. Actually, Alex, if you go on to the Generation Iron YouTube page and type in Muscle Mogul, before I went to prison, they did a documentary. It's either like 8 episodes, 10 episodes. It's pretty good. They tell a lot. They should do a new one now of me being out of prison, how much different my life is. I got a lot less fancy shit. I still have Jack, though. He's over here chilling. But, all right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on here today. What did I say about George Floyd? So back when all the drama was going on, I made a post and I said, listen, it's messed up that he died. I think it's sad that he died, but I can't stand for all of the demolition that's going around the country and the rioting and making this an excuse to riot. We can't make this guy a martyr and riot and destroy businesses, and, it's kind of crazy. So, people really did not like that I said that. Well, a group of people, I should say. But it seems 4 years later, there's quite a different opinion on that subject now. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Oh, I'm never gonna. The Doors, the best band of all time. I like the Doors. Blood on the streets in the town of New Haven. Blood stains the roofs and the palm trees in Venice. Man, you don't really hear people talk about him anymore, do you, Bolshoi? I know. That was the worst thing about that situation was I lost somebody very, very dear to me. And that's sad. That's sad. But hey, listen. You live and you learn. Sometimes, guys, it's better to just keep your feelings to yourself. $1 Million Braun, I'm glad you guys appreciate that. I love that character. It's a fun character for me. It was hard for me to be mean to Billy, though, when we shot those skits, because I love Billy so much. But, all right, guys. I'm done. I'm back on Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. This weekend is the anniversary to my engagement to Marissa. We're going to go out to dinner. And that's about it. That's about it. I appreciate you guys doing this with me every day. Remember, new video comes out Monday. That's the leg training video. I love you guys all very much. Will I adopt Jason if his mother passes away? Maybe. But I'm waiting for his grandmother to pass away so he can get back to doing videos again. That's really what we're waiting for here. And that sounds kind of mean, I suppose, but I don't mean anything bad like that. It would be an expensive adoption, though. God bless you guys. I love you guys for coming in here and doing this with me every day. Peace out. Bye.